Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome or welcome back. Welcoming in all of the teams, all the members, all the light beings of unconditional love and light that are working with us, for us. All right, guiding us, protecting us. Welcoming in all the elementals, the nature spirits, wishing Atiria always for our highest and best good. Through and with divine light, divine love, divine truth, divine empowerment, divine wisdom, divine knowledge, divine remembrance, and divine magic. So I did just a quick video, and we're going to pull some more cards based around these two cards. So last night I was playing with my tarot deck for myself, and I went to bed, and these two cards were laying out this morning. So as you know, if you're here, that is no coincidence. There's a message, deeper message here. We've got air, we've got the Two of Swords, and I look at the Two of Swords a little different, and then when you have the Page of Wands, right, which is very fiery, creative, passionate energy. I look at this particular card two different ways for myself. If you resonate with being an earth angel, a grid worker, a starseed, whatever the fuck, okay? But you know you've basically spent your entire life completely blindfolded, training in the dark, training in the unknown. Even those moments you stepped out of your training, but now you've been stepping back into it during this awakening process. All right. During this process, you've been completely blindfolded and doing boot camp in the dark, trekking those trails in the dark. Your spirit team has been with you. So again, with this deck, I always look at spirit team as animals. Okay. And again, crows are very significant for me, as well as they are probably for you. They're very powerful totem animals. So please look at that. Okay. I also look at this another way, where again you've been completely blinded in doing this training and not really know that you were doing training, but you've had other dark nefarious entities picking and plucking at you and pulling at you and confusing you and distracting you and creating chaos most of your life. Okay, so this can mean many things to me. This card is number 2. Again, 2 is going to be significant. You'll know if this message is for you because you're seeing 222, 22, you're seeing 1111. You're seeing 808, 911 came through this morning, and 444 for the confirmation key codes this morning, okay? And then after that came this, and again, this is very air energy, communication. Again, maybe Spirit's been keeping something from you, some form of communication from you, from me. Again, when I receive a message, it's highly likely that it's also for those that I meant to hit record and share that 244 on the timer as well, okay? And then we've got this Page of Wands, just this very joyful, creative, happy, passionate energy. So combining the fire and the air energy, it's that inspiration, action, and activation is what came through this morning. So let me just look at my notes because I did go a little deep on this personally. So the air and fire, again, is integration, insight with action. Okay, so I want to pull more cards on this for the collective because I know this message is for me as well as for the collective. So let's see what we have here. All right, so we're going to just get the cards out. And at the bottom of the deck is the 8 of Pentacles. Again, that's that gaining wisdom, skills, gifts, and abilities across all lifetimes. And now you're going to bring that in together and create something. All right, create something new. All right, for what's to come. All right, with this 2 of Swords, you've been turning your wounds into wisdom. All right, continuing to get yourself up and dust yourself off, even though you've been completely attacked and you don't know why, where, what, when. I mean, we pretty much know why now, but maybe you haven't most of your life. At almost 49 years old, I had no idea of my strength, my power, of my gifts, of my abilities, and they still have not been fully revealed to me. All right, yeah, we've walked away from this 10 of Swords. We've pulled each sword. Could be a 10-year cycle that everyone's closing up here, which that's come with that. But you've had to walk away. You chose yourself, and you've had to pluck each sword out of your back. And I know these are birds. In the typical 10 of Swords, in the typical tarot, it is swords. It is an actual physical sword. But so again, you've pulled out all of these swords. All right, you've gained the wisdom. You've turned those wounds into wisdom, into knowledge, into power. All right, but this is also spirit. To me, what I'm getting through is, again, you're seeing the 10-10s. Like I've been seeing 10-10 like crazy pants, 444 in the timer. I've been seeing 3s. There was a lot of things that showed up in pairs of 3s all day. Not just the numbers, but just 3 things in general, like 3 things. But usually when I ask my team for proof and clarification, I say, show me 3 different ways in some way, shape, or form that message was from me, or that information is through clarity, through resonance, and the team will show me 3 different ways of, let's say, show me fire in 3 different ways, in 3 different forms that was mentioned in another reading to know that reading was for me. So that might be in resonance. But what I'm seeing here too is you've got at least, some of your teams are really big, but you've got at least 10 specific guides, angels, teachers, masters that have been working with you in these past 10 years, what's coming through, all right, helping you, getting you through this, again, with this 2 of Swords energy that was laying on my sofa this morning. All right, getting you to your Ace of Pentacles. Like, this is a gift from the divine. What I'm getting through is, because of all of this that you're going through, this is that gift from the divine. And again, that could be, and this is Pentacles, so this is earth energy. This is something tangible, again, of this realm, right? Of this realm. All right. But I also feel like there's something spiritually going to be gifted to you. You know, like I said, that is an earth energy for Pentacles, because we know Pentacles is earth energy. But what I feel right now, as I get a little bit of truth bumps, goosey bumps, is where I'm going with this is not just a physical gift from the divine. It is also, my TV just completely shut off. Completely, like it's just black screen. So black, in the dark, blindfolded. This is bizarre. I love the way Spirit plays with the text sometimes. My screen just completely went off from my nature sounds. It's completely black. It didn't even go back to the main screen. It's freaking out. So that's confirmation. All right. So, and again, there's a lot of solar plexus. There's a lot of this gold energy. So gold have been coming up. Yellows, like I said, when I tapped into colors today, gold and yellow has been coming in. Again, the next card was 8, 888. This is that fire. I see a fire in a bowl, but cups is water energy. So that's that fire water energy, which came through in the message this morning, a channeled message I just shared that it was for me, but also for the collective, is that you've been being forged in the fire and purified, cleared, and cleansed. So forged and purified in the water, and cleared and cleansed in the water, or in the fire. Forged, nothing's working right now. So you've been forged and purified in the fire and cleared and cleansed through the water because you chose to walk away. All right, you chose to walk away, to pull these swords out of your back. And these could be people, places, and things, thought forms, bullshit, which is belief systems, programming, all of that. You've made the decision to walk away, to go within deep. So if the Hermit comes out, we definitely know for that, to walk towards source, to walk towards the unknown, because you know something is over there, right? You can't see it or anything like that. You've had to embody this Queen of Swords energy, this cut, no bullshit. Like, and I'm not just talking people, places, and things. I'm talking about generational, like, I'm done. Like, it stops with me. Spirit has been guiding with you. You've been sitting in your Queen of Swords energy. And again, this is like, you have healthy boundaries and you stand in your power. And I'm just going to give a quick example, personal example, as this is why we are here, is in the past, if someone said something, they would put somebody else in front of you, whatever the relationship is, and said, well, that person's emotions are more important. That person's, again, it's making yourself small to make other people feel comfortable, because your light rubs people the wrong way. And that has nothing, that's none of your business. That's the way it's supposed to be. But you made the decision and you stand in your truth, blue, which came in through today, oranges came in through, blues. You stood in your truth, you spoke your truth, and you're like, no, my feelings are just important as your feelings and anyone else's feelings. So don't expect me to shrink myself or to make myself smaller than my light. My feelings are just as important. And if you can't see that, off with your heads. Standing in that Queen of Swords energy, which is helping you getting through this, okay? And embodying this energy and allowing that to come up when necessary, right? But Spirit has been guiding you. Again, birds, hawks, eagles, very significant. But in the same time, you also embody this King of Cups, this very intuitive, can you hear that? Ding, ding. And then all of a sudden the video's back on. So we go from black screen back to, that's a first. Thank you, team, for the confirmation. So again, setting healthy boundaries, but again, balancing the divine feminine and masculine, and then holding this King of Cups energy, standing and knowing your intuition, embodying it, trusting it. Again, fish, crown of water, starfish might be significant. I am going to read the King of Cups just to see what other hits I get off of that, because that's how it works for me. As I open up, it's very, yes, you're very loving, very emotionally intelligent. You are a master of your emotions. You're a master alchemist, all right? You're very patient. You're very kind. And through this experience, you're very stable and balanced. You're very creative. You're very diplomatic. And you're very supportive, all right? By nurturing yourself, by learning to nurture yourself first, this is making you a wise, balanced leader, right? All right, there's our Magician and our High Priestess. Remember, you are the High Priestess. Again, that's that 2 again, which is underneath for to fall under the 2 2s. You're getting downloads, you're getting information. You're going to receive a spiritual gift, an upgrade, all right? A remembrance. This is not something you've learned new. This is something that is being regifted to you, reactivated, reawakened within you, okay? And you are manifesting. So look at these colors. So we've got the purples, the golds, the yellows, the infinity symbol. Again, those 8-8 symbolisms are coming up very strong. All right. You are a master manifester, right? You are a master manifester. So you're just continuing to be guided. You may be also resonating with a healer, some form of healing practice, energy practice of Reiki, because we have energy coming out from the palms. Remember, you don't do the healing. It's your frequency and your energy in that stream of consciousness that you are channeling through from the divine, from the prime creator, okay? We're just tools and vessels, but you are a master manifester. Something's coming in and you're going to be manifesting something huge. And again, this is again under these 2 cards here, okay? So what else do we have? Please and thank you. There has been a lot of heartbreak. There has been a lot of heartbreak. There's been a lot of, again, this is underneath it, but there's a lot, you've had a lot of heartbreak, but you're out of this, right? You're out of this energy, but you have gone through these cycles and these loops over and over again. And you kept thinking, why am I doing this? And you're like, just give me some answers. Well, because you've been either just, again, not completely releasing the attachment to the people, the place, the thing, the thought form, the belief system, again, the bullshit, the programming, the conditioning, the title of this is so-and-so, this is a sister, brother, mother, father, grandfather. You've continued to hold attachment to these titles, which is bullshit, which has kept you stuck in these karmic loops. You finally decided to say, no, I'm done with this. I need to it's got to be done. All right. And you've had to walk away. You stepped into choosing yourself. And again, 2 of Cups can mean many things. For me, with this particular reading, is you balanced your feminine and masculine. You've completely unionized, come into union with the light and the dark. Remember, being a light worker, an earth angel, does not mean you're always love and light and allowing people to take advantage of you or to treat you terribly, right? You don't allow that. So that's stepping into that queen. You're like, no more. You used to, but you're like, no more. So you've come into this amazing union within yourself, but this also means that you know that you have a person that's coming in. All right. This could be a soul family member. This could be a twin soul if you resonate with that. It could just be somebody that you're coming in that you're going to build with this gift, this gift. This could be the gift. Again, if you're already in a relationship and you know that this is your person, not a karmic, not a trauma bond, you know this, all right, then that means you're just getting up leveled, right? You're coming up into that next level, okay? You are the Hierophant, right? You are the master, the teacher, the guide. You've done it all. You've turned all your wisdom into knowledge to power. You turned all your wounds into wisdom to knowledge to power. Right? You're a teacher, a guide, a mentor, you're a healing practitioner, you're a way shower, right? The number 5 is significant here as well, okay? And it's because you decided to choose yourself and to step away and to go deep and do healing. And again, if the Hermit card comes out, that's for sure, but it's very Hermit energy, okay? And sometimes that hermit phase, that cocoon phase has been really long for a lot of us, a really long time, okay? But if you've learned to embrace yourself for who you truly are, standing in your power. As we have the king and king, this actually is falling right underneath the king, the queen, right? Perfect balance. Spirit, see all the spirit animals? Spirit has been guiding this the whole time, bringing full, complete balance within self. And because you have done that, now everything else is going to fall perfectly into place, into balance. Where things have felt really off-kiltered at times, owls are going to be significant, crows again. You might see a little beetle bug, like not a mothy bug, maybe a bat. Swords are going to be significant. You're going to just know swords. I'm going to read the King of Swords. I mean, I'm very familiar with the Queen of Swords because I embody the Queen of Swords, but I also embody the King of Swords because I have perfectly balanced my light and my dark. I've perfectly balanced my divine feminine, divine masculine, and I hold, we have both, but in this incarnation, I am the divine feminine energy in a feminine avatar, okay? All right? You are very intelligent, all right? You're very clear thinking, you know, you clearly communicate, you're a leader, you're a truther, like you speak your truth. All right, so you're balanced with, you've balanced the mental and the spiritual. All right, you continue and have continued to pursue in for yourself. All right, you continue to make very wise, very intelligent decisions moving forward. Again, helping, tapping in and with the assistance and the guidance of your spiritual team, because it is a co-creation, a co-collaboration together, right? That's what you signed up for. All right, temperance. So we have got temperance, we have the Hierophant, all right? We have the High Priestess. You are here for big things. You know this. You might not have proof of it. You will be getting proof, is what I heard. Is like you haven't had proof of that. What just came through is you will be getting proof of your strength and your gifts and your abilities. Again, perfect balance between night and day. And again, we just had the spring equinox, which is the perfect balance between light and dark, night and day. Again, you resonate with angels, being an earth angel, with having a divine purpose, a divine mission. You know that you've been learning and gaining these knowledges and tools. You've been training in the dark. You've been doing all of it. And you just know in your bones, like literally, that something is just like it's gonna happen. 10 of Cups, Wheel of Fortune. All right. You're receiving your 10 of Cups. You're receiving your 10 of Cups. You've balanced the divine feminine, the divine masculine. You've healed your inner child. Again, you connect deeply. You will be seeing rainbows. If you haven't been seeing rainbows, you will be. My God, I see them every day. I'm so deeply connected with this frequency and energy, this crystalline rainbow frequency energy. The wheel is turning in your favor. You are going to be receiving all of and every drop, every ounce of your good karma. All right? You're balanced perfectly. You are the Empress, right? You are here to create with the divine. You are here to embody and create with higher conscious beings, to bring that down, to receive this information, to pull this down and then create for Gaia, for the collective, for New Earth moving forward. You are the Empress. You are embodying the Empress energy. The Lovers. So we've got the Lovers with the 2 of Cups. You guarantee your soulmate, your twin soul, whatever. But again, these cards represent to me not just a divine union, God's person for you, right? Whether that's twin flame, your soulmate, your divine counterpart, but it also means equal balance between the feminine and the masculine and the light and the dark. And with these cards specifically, they depict the light and the dark, okay? Take what resonates and leave what does not. And again, receiving inspiration, fiery, hot, fast. Ace of Wands energy, very passionate energy. A lot of times the wands in other original decks are the passion stick. Sometimes if you know, you know. All right, especially falling out with this, your relationship that you are coming into or you're up leveling is extremely passionate. All right, your love is like no other. You hold a blueprint. That's why these relationships have been paused, stopped, distracted from chaos. The certain Shinatiria entities, energies, nefarious darkness, whatever you want to call it, has been trying to block, distract, delay these coming into union, because you're blueprint holders. By you sharing your love in public, combining those specific frequencies and energies radiates the sonic field of divine love. Just by you showing your public displays of affection, that sends that frequency and energy out to those that are meant to receive it. You're getting your 9 of Cups, wish fulfillment, gold, pots of gold at the end of the rainbow. Every wish, every seed that you planted, gold, very gold energy here, crowns, gold. You are receiving that all. The source is saying, be open and be ready to receive, because it's coming in. And if you've been feeling like this has been delayed, like you feel it, and then you feel delayed, and then you feel, it's because it is so big that there has been a lot of things that had to shift behind the scenes to get this prepared for you. Not only have you been in major sacred divine preparation to receive these gifts, these abundances, all right? I just lost my train of thought. Yeah, you've been in preparation because this blessing is so big. You are the star. So we've got the star. We have the Hierophant. We have the Magician. We have the High Priestess. Right? I just picked up the Ace of Wands. All right. You are Earth Angel. We've got the Temperance. We've got the Temperance. We've got the Star. You are so deeply connected to the divine that maybe your ego mind, your human self has no idea how deeply connected you are to your team, to the source, Divine justice is here. Perfectly balanced, divine justice. Libra, definitely, I'm a Libra, so you're tapping into my Librarian energy. Ace of Swords. You've traveled this staircase all the way back to yourself. You got a little lost down here for a while, but that's okay. You found your way back to yourself, back to your soul, taking one step at a time in the dark, blindfolded in training. Source has been with you and guiding you this entire way. All right? This energy is fast moving. Again, yin and yang, light and dark. This is an emperor driving the chariot. It is coming in fast. So again, what's being said is get ready, get prepared. Judgment is here. You have tapped into your higher self. You are embodying your higher self. You have allowed your higher self to guide you and to lead you in every now present moment. You are so deeply connected to spirit, to the all. All right? These cards are just like falling out all over the place. Do we have anything to finish this? You are traveling. 2s are very significant. All right? You're going to be traveling the world more than likely. All right? 2 of Wands. Again, fairy energy. You're Queen of Wands. You're embodying this fiery Queen of Wands energy. You're building your queendom or kingdom. Again, it doesn't matter what physical avatar you're wearing. You're embodying this fiery, hot. You're building an empire behind the scenes, whether you realize it or not. You are building an empire. And again, this empire is not what we have been programmed of what a kingdom or queendom is, or claiming your throne or your crown. This is a collective. You are not here to suppress or to control or any of that. It has nothing to do with that, okay? It is completely different energy and frequencies, okay? All right, what do we have just to finish this? There's a lot of cards here. There's so much that came through. Thank you. From the 2 cards that fell out for me this morning. All right, Page of Pentacles. All right, you're starting something new. You've completed this cycle, this long cycle. Again, there's a snake here. Again, you're receiving downloads, activations, knowings, rainbows again, sacred geometry. Again, look at the colors, look at the cards. These are very activating. Outside of me speaking human words and sharing my frequency and energy, these cards activate the numbers, their codes, their keywords, their key codes. And again, we've got the King of Swords, we've got the Queen of Cups, and we've got the King of Cups. Again, going back to this perfect balance. So perfectly balanced in your emotions, very emotionally intelligent, very intellectually intelligent, very clear, healthy, strong boundaries. You're speaking your truth. You know your truth. You're standing in your truth. You have been in a completely long isolation mode, working on your heart, working on yourself, trusting in tapping into the divine. Tapping into the divine. 1010, you are generational wealth. What you have been doing is slowly building, and what's coming in is for generations. You will never ever have to worry about pentacle energy ever again. The source has you covered. The source has you covered. And it all will be revealed very soon. Wolves are significant. Maybe by the next full moon. The next full moon will be on April 1st, I believe, in Libra. I checked that yesterday. So again, I got this message a couple weeks ago that something big is being revealed and gifted to you by the 1st of April. If you're receiving this before then. Again, the other thing that came through in that message a few weeks ago is, depending on where you're at in your timeline, it could just mean that you're receiving something by the next full moon or the 1st of the next month. So again, if you're receiving this now before April 1st, something before the next full moon and before April 1st, something is being revealed and gifted to you. And again, it's different for everyone, okay? Whew. And this might be right after a tower moment, and this doesn't have to be bad. Lightning is significant. Squirrels, acorns, and monarch butterflies are going to be a confirmation, okay? It will be revealed to you very, very soon. Very soon. All right, this is, again, March 23rd. We have how many days? 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 31. We have 8 days till the beginning of the next month. So 8s are significant. 8 of Wands, Chariot, fast energy. All right, you're in the quantum. You can feel this. You're in no time and no space. Time doesn't really exist unless it has to in your reality. You resonate with being through it, and you just know. You just know. It is right there. You can see it. You can feel it. Like, you just know. You know, and then from other channels, you know, you could go with this. We are hatching. The first waivers, if you tap into that, first waivers, the group 7, whatever the fuck, the indigos, we are getting ready to hatch. We're ready to emerge, and to embody, and to step into, and to claim our birthright, to claim our thrones, to claim our crowns. All right, we are here for big things. You know this because you are so fucking psychic, and you're getting more and more and more tapped in and tuned in than ever. And you know this. This is just confirmation. All of the codes, all of the numbers, all of the pictures, all of the signs, all of the synchronicities. This is just confirming of what you already know deep in your soul. You already know this, right? We're just here to confirm this for you. All right, because sometimes these videos keep you going to the next day, to the next hour, to the next week. That's how it's worked for me. All right, that's why we're here. To share this with each other, to share our frequency, our energy, our quantum magic, our quantum medicine with each other. So thank you for sharing, clicking play, liking, subscribe, and sharing all of the stuff. Taking your time, space, energy, and frequency and essence and sharing it with the collective, because we are all co-creating. Because I hit record, it exists. And it doesn't exist until somebody, it exists in the quantum, but until people start clicking play and sharing it. Now we're co-creating with our frequency and energy, and we're setting this out into the field as a sonic wave for other souls to receive this, okay? That's why we're here. That's why we've been doing what we've been doing. Through the dark, being blindfolded, training in the dark, holding the light, anchoring the light, never conforming, never giving in, never bowing, never bending or breaking. Never being indoctrinated, but always attacked. Whether you realized it or not, but continuing to get up in the unknown, taking each step forward, and stepping into those things that you know, because you were listening to your soul. You've been guided through your intuition and with your team. I love it when Spirit is just so much confirmation in this video. Again, we love you. We are you. You are me. We are all. We are one. We are the zero. Complete. It is complete, and it is time to start these new beginnings. It's time to step into and claim our birthright, to claim our crowns, to claim our thrones, so we can continue to help build this new foundation for New Earth together. Not one is more important than the other. We are all here working together, and each person, each node, each light, each anchor is necessary moving forward. Oh my gosh, love it. Thank you. Bye.